What is up, party people? Today we're talking about all things alcohol. I know it's everyone's favorite. Can you have alcohol and still lose weight? The answer is yes, but it might slow your progress down. So let's kind of dive in. So we know that alcohol is a toxin and a poison. Your body does not want that in it, so it's going to do everything in its power to protect itself from the poison and toxin. So one thing I like to ask my clients before I kind of just dive into all the alcohol, I like to ask, are you capable of going to a social gathering or a party or something without having to drink? If you feel the need to always be drinking when you're going to social gatherings or outings, I think it might be time to reevaluate yourself and who you're surrounding yourself with. You should never feel obligated to have a drink to feel comfortable, to have fun. You yourself should be able to go somewhere and enjoy it without having a supplement, alcohol, making it a make or break experience for you. So before we dive in, I just want you to ask yourself that. I also want you to ask yourself, are you okay with having a slower progress? Like I said, alcohol is a toxin and a poison. It is going to do everything in its power to keep your body safe. And with consuming too much, it is going to have a negative effect on your progress. So make sure you ask yourself that you are allowed to drink. I like to say to keep it under 3 drinks a week, and those drinks need to be lower calorie, or if you choose to have higher calorie drinks, maybe keep it to 1. So let's kind of dive in here. So yes, I want you to still be able to have drinks. I have wine or sangria at least once or twice a week. But I never really ever go out and get drunk or tipsy anymore. I just know from my personal goals, that's not what I want. I also hate how it makes me feel the next day. So, alcohol is the 4th, unspoken macronutrient. It does have 7 calories per 1 gram, where carbs have 4 calories for 1 gram, fats have 9, and protein has 4 as well. So a lot of times you'll see, on a White Claw, for instance, it'll say 100 calories, 0 protein, 0 fats, 2 grams of carbs. Well, that's strange. Where are the other calories going then, So what we have to do when we are tracking alcohol, we have to take the total calories given, and whether you want to track it carbs or fats, so say we're going to be tracking it with fats. We're going to do 100 divided by 9 because for every 1 gram, there are 9 calories. So 100 divided by 9 equals, I think it's 11.1. So 11 grams of fat for 1 White Claw. If you want to track it as a carb, it's going to be 100 divided by 4, which is 25 grams for 1 White Claw. You will never, ever, ever track it as protein. Only carbs and fats, and what you'll want to do is just add it as a food in your MyFitnessPal. That way, what I do, I always have red sangria. So I have red sangria fats, red sangria carbs, red sangria fats and carbs. You can also track it as both. So what you would do is take the 100, divide it in 2, so 50 and 50. 50 divided by 4, which is something I don't know. For carbs, and then 50 divided by 9, which I don't know that either because I don't know simple math. And you'll divide that and get however many carbs that is for fats, or however many fats that is. So 50 divided by 9 is fats, 50 divided by 4, carbs. And you're just going to want to track that as a food. And so you will always have that in your foods so that when you're out drinking, you can just quick grab, okay, yeah, I still have a lot of carbs today. I'm going to grab it for my carbs only. So that will take 25 grams of your carbs. As far as drinking lower calorie, you are going to want to find either a meal that you can keep in your purse or some Crystal Light packets. What I recommend doing is doing a shot of vodka and water, and then adding like a squeeze of lemon and lime, and then maybe a little squeeze of Mio, whatever you like. There's also a huge list of lower calorie options on the page or on the download below, so make sure you do grab that and check that out as well. The next day, what I like to ask you, is the amount of alcohol you're consuming going to affect you next day? Either hangover or just low motivation. If so, let's maybe try to limit what we're drinking, because we have goals. Remember your why. Remember why you are here, why you're watching this video. It's to lose weight or maintain or just learn nutrients. So make sure you are staying on track to your goals as well and keeping that why always in the back of your head. What I don't want you to do is go out the next day and kill yourself because you had too many drinks. That is not what I want you to do. The next day, all I want you to do is get right back on track to hitting your macros and doing, if you have a workout left, getting your workout in that I have prescribed you. I don't want you doing any extra calorie or any extra cardio, no extra lifting, none of that jazz. I just want you to get right back on track. The other thing I want you to do is, I use this rule for myself. If I'm going out and I know I'm going to have more than just one drink, I make sure I substitute one drink, one water, one drink, one water, one drink, one water, because alcohol dehydrates you. And so we need to keep our bodies hydrated so that tomorrow we can feel better, right? Also, another little hack is making sure you have some electrolytes before going to bed. However, those usually have carbs, so make sure you are tracking that, so like a Gatorade, for instance. And then lastly, I'm someone that loves to eat when I get home after having a couple drinks. So make sure you have something pre-planned and already tracked. So whether that be like a big sandwich with some protein on it, or whether that be like a smoothie or some baked chips or like a protein bar, whatever it be, make sure you already have it tracked so you aren't going even more over on your calories. Does that make sense? Again, guys, we are all here for one reason, and that reason is specific to you. Most of you are trying to be in a fat loss phase. Drinking will, for sure, slow down your progress. So make sure that you're asking yourself, are you okay with not seeing progress the next week? Like I said, you can have 1 to 2 to 3 drinks throughout the week, but if you're going out and having 6+ drinks, getting kind of shit-faced on one day, or kind of binge drinking and binge eating both days on the weekend, we're not going to see a whole lot of progress. So make sure you're just keeping that why in the back of your head at all times. Let me know if you have any questions. If you need help tracking, I'm always here to help. But other than that, we'll head on over to the next module.